Hi, in Unit 4 we're going to be going over the cast, or rather the who's who in the war on hunger. We're going to talk about people working domestically. We're also going to talk to you about people working internationally. And we're also going to show you how the different people and organizations interact. Sometimes, as Professor Coots can attest, it's good, and then some other times there are some issues. And we want to really give you a strong picture of what it looks like to work in the hunger field in this day and age.
Our plan is to equip you with a few tools, a few bits of information, knowledge that will help you discern who's who, who's maybe being more effective, who's being perhaps less effective, who's working together well at the NGO level, that is non-governmental organizations, bilateral, multilateral, United Nations. There's so many different players there who work at all different levels. The role of faith-based groups. We want you to end this unit having a better understanding of how these various interests work with each other, or not in some cases.
And I think also in this working together, there's some organizations that work better in certain communities.
Yep.
So for example, here in Alabama, we're very much a Bible Belt state, so faith-based organizations are very active and considered just a part of who we are, whereas in other countries or other places in the U.S., they might not, as people in those communities might not be as receptive to a faith-based organization. And it's very important to understand that the cultural differences of a community are very, very important. I have a lot of friends that serve in the Peace Corps, and I think what a lot of them have found is if there's not community ownership to their project, as soon as they leave to go home, the project ends, and it ends because the community buy-in didn't occur. And I think a lot of organizations have to be very cognizant of not only their international identity but their local identity
as well.
That's going to affect. And I think we're also seeing a lot of that in Afghanistan, in the work, the development work that's being done there now. If the community that those projects are being done in there's not community buy-in, then there's no community incentive to protect whatever's the school or the road or whatever it is that's being built.
We think by going through this unit, you'll develop a perspective where you can discern different aspects of how these different groups work. And again, I think you'll all come to the conclusion that it's not the same recipe. One size does not fit all. As Professor Brock has reminded us, there's lots of different aspects of culture and religion and values in different societies that make it so that some groups work better than others. And these are the kinds of issues we hope to bring out in this unit.